Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Tuesday, which means it is time for another Nozz watches Shimoneta. Oh boy. So, I actually had to rewatch the previous episode to actually remember what was going on, because man, this show leaves zero impression other than, man, that's not great. Um, so in the last episode, they hung out with the artist girl, dealt with her shit. Apparently, she really wants to fuck Anna, or at the very least, she wants to make art of Anna, which is basically as close as they get to fucking in this world, probably. Um, and also, it turns out Anna is kind of a filth goblin, also. Except she hides it very well. Well, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Oh, jeez. If you repress a people for long enough, it turns out they all turn into filth goblins. But, yeah, I do get the feeling that this is going to be the last episode of this I watch. Like, unless something changes, like, drastically to make this show a lot more interesting and a lot more funny than it is, I feel like this here's gonna be the breaks, Chief. Here gonna be the breaks. But who knows? I've been wrong before. So let's get in here and let's see, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. Hi, Funimation. Are you proud of this one? Bet you not. Okay, how the fuck does this no get picked up by the fucking internet filters? No, I'm dead ass. Why the fuck? Whoever was writing this, how the fuck can they not? How can they not, like, keep shit consistent? Like, any fucking web filter should be able to fucking pick that up and be like, oh, that's lewd. If there was fucking monitored as they proclaim to be, that shit should get picked up and she should be in fucking horny jail right the fuck now. Like dead ass, Chief. Dead fucking ass. Like, it's actually fucking frustrating. Uh, like, imagine if this show ended like fucking like episode 2 from her going to horny jail for being fucking so goddamn thirsty all the time. Who knows? Maybe it would be. Come here, cat. Come here. No, no, you don't get to act like you want attention and then run away when you get fucking found out. Like, like, Jesus Christ. So when do they fight people in lingerie in a rock quarry? When does that happen? Because, you know what, maybe the show would be a lot better if it was a fighting anime. Who knows? Just, the saying goes, love is justice. Actually, no. No, it wasn't. That's actually a fun misconception. The fruit that was given, we actually translated to apple, but it's mostly because we don't have a word for it in English. In the ancient Hebrew, it was a fruit that was very similar to an apple, but it doesn't exist anymore, and it died out before English became a thing. So we don't have a word for it, and a Hebrew word would be too annoying for people to look at. So we just translate it to apple. Her reasoning being that she's a filth goblin. Everybody's a filth goblin, despite the government's best attempts. It's almost as if this entire premise makes no goddamn fucking sense. Damn, gamer. Damn, gamer, you really getting rescuer zoned. Can't believe it. Yeah, maybe you should move on to greener pastures, my gamer. So, how many of these students are being taken to fucking face the wall? Ah, I see you have a dojin. Please face the wall. You're training her. By that you mean you're showing her all the porn. Man, I sure hope nobody can hear his fucking cell phone wrist. Okay, how did you draw those then? You just drew a fucking uterus. She needs live subjects. What? Why were her fingers censored? Really? God, I just realized how fucking short she is. Holy shit. She's so fucking short and she's using generic anime grandma voice number 3. What the fuck? I'm surprised this show hasn't made a joke about her being at the exact right height. See, that would be a funny joke. No, she hates that gamer. She hates him so much. What was the expression? What was the expression? Was it hatred or was it something else? She's been drawing lewds. Can't believe it, she's been drawing lewds of Anna. Can't believe it. Time to show them, coward. Why is everything mushroom themed? Like, for being a world with no lewdness is a whole lot of fucking dick symbolism. Damn, I can't believe Gorilla Man is just like the fucking team dad now. Something about teaching a lolly how to draw penises with her fucking labia, who knows? You have that finger bite, filth goblin mode, activate! My gamer, you getting stalked! The fuck? What the fuck was that on the floor? Was Anna fucking jilling herself outside his fucking window? Was Anna fucking jilling herself outside his fucking window? Glad to see that their concept of jokes has not changed at all. Wait, hang on. If she was, then she would go to jail. So what the fuck is that mystery liquid? Okay, question. How the fuck is that loose regulation? How the fuck is that loose regulation? And how much porn is hidden in shacks in the woods? What the fuck? Okay, how was that man not the first one taken out back and shot? How was his entire family line not just fucking ended? So they gotta get in there and grab the books. They gotta get in there and grab the books before, like, the DC squad comes in and burns the whole thing down. At this point, why not just resort to actual terrorism? These guys are so used to fighting people that are just perverts. I'm sure, like, a group of actual terrorists with improvised explosive devices and firearms would be able to deal with this shit no problem. Like, at this point, if you're so desperate to be wanting to say penis in middle of a sentence, like a fucking child, at that point, you might as well just start planting C4 on buildings. It'd probably be a lot more exciting to fucking watch. And so you're going to send a bunch of students into an area where the military police will be there, waiting, probably armed, and about to shoot anybody that is fucking doing illegal lewd activity. Man. Amazing. Drool? So it was drool. That's kinda gross. Alright then. So how did the decency police even fucking see? The brims of their hats go over their fucking eyes. She looks practically identical except for her fucking haircut. She's already beaten out basic biological knowledge out of these bitches. And now she wants to take it even fucking further. Like, she won't stop until these fuckers don't know how to breathe. Straight up fucking chastity belts. So is signing it mandatory, though? What if you refuse to sign it? Like, what if a student refuses to sign? Do they just get arrested and taken out back and shot? They got rid of all of her bugs. They got rid of all of her research materials. They knew? Oh, it's time to move on from this baby terrorism shit to real terrorism shit. What? Take one for the just smuggle the lolly into your fucking apartment in a duffel bag. Goddamn. So what did that sign what did that fucking sign even say? Oh, come rape me, the door is unlocked? Like, I mean it it may as well have said that, huh? Wow, way to spoil who it is, censors. I can't believe it. Even though it's very obvious. That's a penis. Her hips are moving on their own. That's fucked up. No, it turns out you were doing something horrible and immoral by your own fucking rules, you fucking hypocrite. So here's a mouth time. So I guess here's the question: why does the jamming device on Ayame's phone not work for the hand movements? I understand that it's supposed to be funny, but it's not really. It's also just kinda sad. I don't know. Yeah, no, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I'm satisfied. This show is a fucking actual like piece of shit. Like it's not even like it's not even a fun garbage fire. It's not like, like it's like I guess let's create. God, I should get like a fucking like animated graphic or something made for this. But yeah, on the official Nozz meter that I mentioned before, where it goes from like where 0 is garbage but watchable because it's so bad it's good, and 10 is like, man, this is actually like fucking top tier shit. This is like the most solid 5 you could possibly get. And remember, on this fucking rule set, 5 is like essentially a 0 on most fucking settings. Like, I don't understand why people enjoy this at all. Like, except for like children that have no fucking concept of humor, and the funny is, haha, penis! Haha, penis funny, haha, bleh. And you are a hypocrite. Here we go. What? Wow, okay, so she is actually fucking insane. Cool. Cool, so she is actually fucking psychotic. Good to know. And then the science girl pulls out a gun and does what fucking SOX has been too cowardly to do. Yeah. Yeah, so she's actually psychotic. Amazing. Like, seriously, why not just escalate to actual terrorism? I guarantee you, if the IRA was involved here, should it be done by now? I don't even like the IRA. Get in ISIS, and honestly, like, they might do it for the wrong reasons, but hey, they'd get results. Probably not the results you'd want, but hey, there'd be some. Seems like all these dirty terrorism is doing is just kind of making shit worse for everyone involved. Hey, there you go. Uh, okay, so, yeah. This show, I am honestly 110% convinced that this show is, and bear in mind, if you like this show, you can. Everything is subjective, right? So, like, don't get mad. Like, this show, I feel like, the main demographic that finds this funny is fucking children. And people who their concept of funny is, men say penis. Like, it's not funny. It's not smart. Like, there's no subtlety. There's no nuance. It's just like, I want to say penis, and also the bad guys are so ridiculously overblown that it's not even a thing. Like, they deadass trying to put children in fucking chastity belts, my dude. Like, this doesn't even function as satire. Because at least with satire, you've got to be satirizing something. And last I checked, there really isn't that big of a push for fucking anti-lewd shit in Japan or anywhere on this planet. Like, the only place that I could imagine having anywhere close to this level of stuff is super religious conservative countries, but most of those are third world countries no one gives a shit about, and honestly are probably just about ready to fucking self-destruct through violence anyway. So you're not really satirizing anything worth satirizing. Like, there's no nuance, there's nothing. It's just, and it's not even consistent internally. Like, it really isn't. Like, in some areas, people are, like, super highly monitored to the point where they can't do anything. And in others, it's like, oh, I could do this, like, explicitly lewd thing, because apparently it's not tracked. I can send an email talking about fucking deflowering someone, and it's totally fucking fine. Like, you know, like, even their coded language isn't even all that coded. Like, if the show ended with them being like, oh yeah, we knew about your dirty terrorism the whole time, but we allowed it because it's useful, then okay, that'd be smart, but I don't think the show is smart enough to do that. Like, I honestly, I just don't understand the appeal that this show has. This show is, like, the hardest, like, 5 out of 10 ever. Maybe even like maybe even just like a fucking 3 out of 10. So it's not even bad enough to watch ironically. Like, I straight up, I just do not understand people's like like attraction to this show. Like, is it ironic? Is it ironic? Do people watch the show ironically? Because this isn't funny. It's not smart. It's not clever. It's not nuanced. It's nothing. And I know people will be like, "Oh, Nozz is pretentious because he expects nuance from it." Like, when I say nuance, I don't mean like oh, it has to be a masterwork of storytelling. No, I'm asking for some effort. You know, like, even fucking Dragon Ball has a small amount of nuance to it. Like, even like Dragon Ball level nuance is appreciated. And you and I both know that Dragon Ball, like, while not the most nuanced show, has at least a little bit of something to it. Like, at least, like, the show does kind of show consequences for, like, Goku's actions a little bit. Like, it has, like, a little bit of an idea of cause and effect and how shit works. Like, this show is just visual fucking noise. That's all it is. Like, its internal logic doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't get it. I just straight don't get it. It's so fucking stupid. Like, the story is, honestly, it's bordering on a human rights violation. So, like, Japan, a first world country, would not be able to get away with this. And, like, you could be like, oh yeah, but they're cracking down on lewdness, surely. But, like, any country looking in would see that they're depriving people of basic biological knowledge that is required to survive and causing a great amount of fucking psychological damage to their population. So that's one on the human rights violation list. They're putting people in jail for free speech, which America would never stand for, especially since Japan's constitution is loosely based on America's constitution. While they do not have the same level of free speech as America, I'm sure they have some protections. Fucking... like, what is and isn't allowed is just seems like fucking random. Like, some things get cracked down upon and sought out, and some things just get left alone, like an entire forest owned by a porn writer that didn't get fucking turned over the second they got access to it. Like, and even then, they don't even really need access. It's the government, and they appear to have gone full fucking totalitarian. So they don't even need access, they can just do it. Like, this is patently ridiculous, honestly. It is stupid, it has no internal consistency. Like, the story doesn't make sense, the motivation of the characters does not make sense. None of this comes together to create any story worth fucking paying attention to. Like, we're 1/4 of the way through the fucking story, and nothing has changed, nothing is different. Like, we just got introduced to our big bad guy, and it turns out our previous antagonist is just a giant fucking filth goblin. Like, the show's shit. It doesn't even look good. Visually, it's a fucking mess. Like, narratively, it's a fucking mess. Characterization-wise, it's a fucking mess. It is satire with nothing to satirize. It's not even good satire either. Like, I know a lot of you have been like, oh no, watch the dub. It's not the point. It's not the point. Like, apparently in the dub, they replace her screaming PENIS with, like, actual dirty jokes. But here's the thing. That's a localization. That is them fixing a thing that was an issue with the original work. That, while yes, that is a fix, that is not the authorial intent. And a lot of times when doing a review of something or an analysis of something, authorial intent is very important. So that is why when I watch an anime, like, for example, that shitty Dragon's Dogma anime, if I were to do a thing on that, I'd watch it dubbed, because that show was written in English first and then translated to Japanese. So the authorial intent resides in the English. But with most Japanese stuff, the authorial intent rests in the Japanese. And a translation that alters the intent, or alters something to make it more palatable to Western audiences, loses that aspect. So, yeah, well, the dub might be better. Who knows? I don't care. Doesn't matter. So, yeah, this show's garbage. The show is garbage. I'm sorry to say. Unfortunately, it has to go right in the fucking trash. And I am going to switch this out with something else. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we will find out, won't we? Oh, boy. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Garbage show is garbage, has been garbage, and I'm glad to see it go. So, yeah. And everybody, as always, I am Nozz. Let me know what you thought of this down there in the comments, whether you like this show, dislike this show, or you want to have a shout at me for something. Oh yeah, and also, yeah, I've seen some of the previous episodes that were uncensored. Nothing changes. Like, if anything, the censors made it more funny, which, you know, was like just like a little tiny bit. Yeah, remember, like, favorite, subscribe, share social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below. If you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description and on the end card, along with a list of all the people that keep the show up and running. If you do support me on Patreon, I would appreciate it a whole lot, because that's basically all that's keeping me alive at this point. And I do appreciate every single person that does support the show, whether it's through Patreon or just watching it and, you know, letting that ad revenue and the views roll in, because, yeah, trying to survive on modern day YouTube, it's a fun time, yay. But, yeah, everybody, so I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a rune